Hey everyone, so today I'm gonna be doing a video about movies. I got a request from a Greek viewer on my 50 random facts about me video to do a kind of movies video, and I thought that today I'm gonna kind of tell you about my top favorite movies. I picked my top 10 and it was really hard because I have watched again so many movies and it was really hard for me to choose kind of my top 10. But I did it and I thought I would kind of share them with you and also have some honorable mentions, movies that didn't quite make it to my top 10 but are still amazing, and I think you should definitely check them out if you have. So I'm gonna go from 10 to 1, and in number 10 it is Alien Resurrection. Now Alien is about aliens and Sigourney Weaver plays the role of Ellen Ripley. Is it Ellen Ripley? I think. And I watched that movie when I was like 4 or 5 years old. My aunt loves her, loves Sigourney Weaver, and when the Alien movies came out, she just watched all of them and she's like, do you want to watch it? And me and my brother were like young and we're like, yeah, of course, it's aliens, it's exciting, it sounds exciting. And I loved it. I didn't get scared at all, I loved it. In number 10, I have The Conjuring, and The Conjuring is new. It's from 2013, and it's just my favorite, like all-time favorite horror movie, just because it combines everything that I love in a horror movie. It has a little bit of that kind of mystery and like a nice storyline. It has those really spooky moments. There's an exorcism, and in my random facts about me video, I said how I love movies with exorcism, just because I feel like they're a little more realistic, at least in my eyes they are, and that movie just combines everything that I love, so it definitely is my favorite movie. And if you haven't watched it, it's actually really good. It got really good critiques, and it's definitely worth watching if you're not, you know, scared. In number 8, I have The Hurt Locker with Jeremy Renner and Anthony Mackie, I think. It's a movie basically. Jeremy Renner plays this kind of soldier. I think he's either in Afghanistan or Iran, I'm not sure. And he basically diffuses, is diffuse the right verb? I think it is. He diffuses bombs, and they kind of look for them in the fields or whatever, and they try to like diffuse them. Is diffuse the right word? If it's not, I'm sorry. But yeah, and it's just a great movie. And it's one of Jeremy Renner's, if not his best movie, and I love it. In number 7, it's a classic, Harry Potter. I grew up with Harry Potter. I have watched all of them, and I decided that my favorite is the last one because, I don't know, it's kind of, it gives good closure to everything, and I love all of the films in Harry Potter, but I think maybe the last one is kind of my favorite. Just, it's a little bit more than the others. I don't know. In number 6, it's $1 Million Baby with Hilary Swank, Morgan Freeman, Clint Eastwood. Amazing movie if you haven't watched it. It's one of my absolute must-sees that I absolutely recommend to everyone if you haven't watched it. Hilary Swank plays this female boxer that starts getting trained from Clint Eastwood, and we kind of see her little journey, and it's just a great movie, and yeah. In number 5, it is The Breakfast Club. Such a great movie. I love it so much. I actually watched it like this spring, and I'm in love with this. I've watched it so many times since. It's a drama comedy film. It's basically 5 teens that are in detention, and we kind of see how their personalities collide because they're all kind of different, but at the same time they're not so different. It's a great movie, and there's some really funny parts in it and some really dramatic parts as well, but I love it. You should definitely watch it. It's kind of older. It's from 1980 something. It's quite old, but it's amazing. In number 4, I had to include this movie in here, The Notebook. I think most girls love The Notebook, guys too. It's just the classic romantic and chick flick movie. It's amazing. I cry every time I watch it. Yeah, nothing else to say. In number 3, I have Shawshank. I always forget or confuse the name. Shawshank Redemption with Tim Robbins and Morgan Freeman. Amazing movie. It's one of the top rated movies of all time. It's so incredible. Tim Robbins is falsely accused of killing his wife, and they put him in jail, and Morgan Freeman, like his character, is there and everything. We just kind of see how years pass in the prison. It's just such an incredible movie. I think you should, if out of all of the ones I I'm talking about right now, I think it's the one that you should definitely watch if you haven't. It's just incredible. And then in the first two places, it's Lord of the Rings, because I said that I love it, and I can't not include in my top 10. In the number 2, I have The Return of the King, and number 1, The Two Towers. I think The Two Towers has always been kind of my favorite out of all of the 3 movies, just because I don't know, I like the battle at the end, even though in Return of the King, which is the last one, they have a pretty epic battle at the end, but in The Two Towers, which is the second movie out of the trilogy, there's just something about it that I really love. I don't know what it is, I love it so much, and that's why it's in number 1. The Fellowship of the Ring, the first movie of the trilogy, is also, I love it as well, but I didn't want to put that in my top 10 as well because I don't love it as much as the other 2, but that's also definitely a favorite of mine. So that is my top 10. It was kind of hard to put the movies in an order, but yeah. And now I have some honorable mentions, movies that I think are awesome. You should definitely check out if you haven't. So the first one is another classic romantic movie, Titanic. Well, it's kind of romantic. It has a catastrophe in there too, but it's just incredible. Titanic, I think pretty much everyone has watched Titanic, women, men. And then the next one is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest with Jack Nicholson. Such a great movie. I think they won the Academy Award for Best Picture and Best Actor for Jack Nicholson. And the movie is basically about Jack Nicholson is, I think he was accused of raping a girl, and he was supposed to sit in prison, I don't know, but he was sent, I haven't seen the movie in a while, and he was sent to like a mental institution, and basically kind of befriends other patients there, and they have the nurse that kind of taunts them or whatever, and she's being kind of mean to them. It's an incredible movie. I think it's also one of the ones that you definitely need to check out because it's incredible. The next movie that I recommend is actually Dead Poets Society with Robin Williams. Great movie. I actually watched that in high school. One of our teachers had us watch it and it was awesome. The Fight Club with Brad Pitt and Edward Norton. Incredible movie. American History X with Edward Norton as well. Love that as well. Schindler's List with Liam Neeson and Ralph Fiennes. Incredible movie. It's in black and white actually. I'm not sure how old it is. It's not very old, but they just made it in black and white. I've seen it a couple of times and it's an incredible movie. You should definitely watch it. The next one is kind of, I don't know, it's Brokeback Mountain with Heath Ledger and Jack Gyllenhaal. Basically, it is two cowboys that fall in love. Two men falling in love. They develop this kind of friendship and this sexual relationship later, and some people that are against homosexuals or whatever might not enjoy this movie. I'm not against homosexuals at all. I'm quite supportive of them, so I didn't mind it obviously, and I actually loved the movie. The performances were so amazing, and Heath Ledger, I love him so much. I think it's one of his best movies that he's done, of course with the Joker from Batman. Then Dead Man Walking with Sean Penn, and I think it was Susan Sarandon that played in it. We also watched that in school, and it's a great movie. Definitely watch that as well. And the last one is Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind with Jim Carrey and Kate Winslet. Yeah, I was confused Kate Blanchett and Kate Winslet, but great movie. It's actually a dramatic kind of movie. I saw it like a long time ago, and then my brother and I saw it again a few weeks ago, and it's quite a confusing plot, but it's really nice at the same time. It's a really nice movie again, and Jim Carrey, it's nice to see him like in something different than comedy, you know. I mean, it's kind of an older movie. I think it's like from 2002 or 4, I don't know. But yeah. So that was a lot of blubber right here, a lot of quick talking, and I'm sorry if I talked really fast. I just don't want this video to be super long, but basically those are all the movies that I absolutely recommend you to watch. I have my top 10 and then the other movies that definitely deserve to be watched because they're all amazing. Tell me if you have seen any of these movies, which ones you love, what are some of your like favorites that I haven't mentioned and I should see or whatever. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.